Do you mean that Mr. Blacklove himself might have been out here giving his uppercuts in the bedroom together with Ray? Is this the last chapter in the fairy tale romance that we all believed was indestructible? Or has Fapo been leading a second life behind Remy's back the entire time? We all praised Papoose, Rima's devoted hip-hop husband, for supporting her during her bid. And it was just revealed that he had a child with Claressa Shields. How did the lyrical monarch of loyalty and the Queen of the Ring end up together? Z's Network wrote this story with more twists than a melodrama. Who knew that baby mother drama could include Grammys and gold medals? After reading all we've covered, you'll be clutching your pearls, checking Instagram, and wondering if anything in hip-hop is still real? Hold on tight then. Are you ready to listen to what they would rather you not listen to? Okay, let's get started. This situation is creating a scandal. Hip-hop royalty Papoose, often called Mr. Blacklove, waited for 6 years as Remy served her sentence like a loyal bulldog in a cardigan. Then, in a startling and casual admission, he says he had a child with boxing icon Claressa Shields. The rap spouse of the decade, Marinote, is becoming the sideman of the century. And the street isn't just talking about it, they're actually doing it. Let's analyze this. Papoose, his entire career has mostly consisted of embodying unwavering devotion to a soap opera rather than Billboard hits, is currently involved in a messy, deliciously twisted paternal scandal. And his alleged baby mama, not some random Instagram model showing off her thirst with shave comments, is falling for a scam. The crisis in Hollywood is unlike any other. It's like Barack Obama confessing in a TikTok comment from the Waffle House restroom after he and Serena Williams ran away. In room no, we're talking about Claressa Shields, the two-time Olympic gold medalist and undefeated world boxing champion. She could bench press your entire family and host a podcast on greatness and discipline. She is reportedly crawling on Raheem Forever Man's L child right now. How did this happen? How did the most stable hip-hop couple in the world get inducted as the newest members of the Celebrity Scandal Hall of Fame? It all began with Aeon. Her dubious Instagram story, Claressa Shields shared a hazy boomerang of baby booties. Astute fans did what they do well, zooming in, enhancing, and cross-referencing the image. The moniker Pap was inscribed in frosty diamonds on a personalized gold necklace that they discovered. It was unquestionably the identical piece that Papoose wore during a 2022 Hot 97 interview. Cute, right? Inspirational, maybe even boring, wrongly. The background was so well camouflaged that it was hardly noticeable. What was Papoose's behavior? Using the enigmatic comment, "Even kings fall sometimes," he posted a picture of a black screen on Instagram. Excuse us? Is this a royal disaster, a confession, or the preface to a sonnet? In the meantime, Rema, who has never tolerated trash, especially from the baby, started looking at hand sizes in reflected shadows. Within hours, TikTokers started planning a theft on Twitter, which eventually evolved into a crime board run by the FBI. Considering that Mama Kind had once publicly threatened to pull up with receipts and a wig snatch, her oddly composed demeanor was louder than a stadium full of Remy bars. There's more, though. Screenshots of purported emails sent more than a year ago between Papoose and Claressa have been released. The texts frequently contain emojis, winking faces, flexing arms, and the occasional ant. According to one of the messages, Papoose said, "You have that fighter's heart. Ha! But I want to be your." Another purported direct message said, "Don't worry, I'm discreet. Loyalty isn't dead." Who is this man? An NR Blacklove. In addition to being extremely productive, cornerman alignment might also benefit the Midwest. Claressa told a friend in stolen text exchanges from another anonymous hero, "It's like watching Superman rob a 7-Eleven. Nothing makes sense. Dogs are dating cats. The earth is spinning backwards. It's beginning to make sense, honey." But don't stop there yet, since we also need to discuss Rima's recent behavior. Although none of this has been verified, Range Rover is purportedly putting up a rumored boxing ring and private trainers in Clarissa's garden as a push presente. We're in the land of amazing chaos and fake news. You people are spreading false information. I don't know what it is if it's not a verbal slap when she still has her wedding ring on. The couple's well-known appearance on Love and Hip Hop, where they reaffirmed their vows, is another instance of betrayal. Additionally, Rumi has begun sharing some, let's say, energizing subliminals on Instagram, such as "there's nothing worse than betrayal in slow motion." Fans noticed right away that the baby had a lyrical side eye and a noticeably wide nose. But hold on, no matter what storm we face. Claressa shared a black and white photo of herself holding a baby's hand with the caption, "Power, Strength in," front of a group of sobbing sea-sisters and reality TV ghosts. The alleged paper trail of money transfers, gift receipts, unbroadcast footage from the baby shower, and one particularly dubious song with hidden meanings will all be covered in part 2. We may need to remove Maury from retirement if the baby's first word is bars. Other witnesses include former bodyguards, unnamed nannies, and even a hotel receptionist who reportedly saw them being quite cozy at a training camp up near Detroit background. Followed by Remy's passive-aggressive subtweets, and then, all of a sudden, further explosive receipts. Let's start with the paper trail. This is beginning to resemble a fully paid cross-state boxing glove wrapped in HP's UA. Welcome to the second round of the sensational showdown, where it appears that Papoose and Claressa Shields had a multi-night affair. The VMO data are from an anonymous whistleblower who will call the transactions Zell Spill 411. I witnessed them spend $3,000 on label training camp snacks, $5,500 on the Lil Champ stroller, $88,000 on ring rental. But we now have personal reports of them pulling up in different black Escalades. It gets better. Witness Protection Otto, a security guard, is responsible for the supposed expensive baby shower in Atlanta that inexplicably remained untagged, unposted, and untraceable until today. Let's discuss this while we're talking about Prodice. Let's discuss this while we're talking about Smiling, despite the fact that the song was merely a playful melody. Fans who screen-recorded LBI Claressa's mysterious Instagram Live noticed something unsettling. The lyrics contained the line, "Baby born with bars in his soul." They didn't need to write the lyrics because they already knew that he had bars in his soul. They went into the same private room and he had flowers. But I swear, he grinned as if it were Christmas. Guess who was caught lurking in the comments? Whether it was a prophecy or a diss track aimed at Remy's heart. Yes, a person with the moniker Black Love, Never in 69 posts, Lady Bottle, and 3 microphone emojis, which on TikTok are essentially equivalent to a notarized document. However, it may not be Papo's cousin's, Barber's cousin. Not only that, but according to a source who will only be called a punchline informant, the romance began because both parties respected discipline. As he wrote, "Your hands are lethal." Papoose allegedly organized covert meetings during training sessions in Vegas, where they exchanged poetry, since he would naturally win people over with rhymes and late-night calls under the nickname Coach Pap. If that isn't the classic soft guy maneuver cloaked in hypermasculine insecurity, I don't know what is. According to one hotel concierge, Papoose reportedly asked for extra towels and chocolate-covered strawberries for recovery, stating, "I like a woman who can protect me now." Photos of Claressa wearing what looks to be a rose gold pendant form suggest that Rem Ma and Peepo were back in New York working on a joint album release. According to insiders, the project was abandoned because of creative differences, which, in the parlance of famous marriages, either means that someone forgot to take out the garbage or that someone produced a whole new baby on the side. The project's tentative title was Unbreakable. When followers questioned her what the boxing glove with the initial P inscribed inside meant, she smirked, and one of her tweets went viral. Let's talk about how the public responded to the drama. If Papoose cheated, there's no hope. One brave individual even started a fight club and deleted all of their love songs. Before the courts even get in, fans are now testing jewelry for DNA. Legal eagles are circling, and SoundCloud detectives are doing well. Papoose's alphabetical slaughter is remixed in Alphabetical Scandal, which features phrases like A is for air, B is for betrayal, and C is for Claressa. While a paternity test has not yet been confirmed, there are rumors that a private family court mediation may already be in progress because Papoose allegedly skipped to scheduled appearances last month without providing an explanation. And when questioned about the incident, his team said he was distracted by personal matters. Matters, which, let's be honest, is PR code for trying not to get hit with child support on Instagram Live. But get this, there's also talk that Rima has hired a private investigator. As if that weren't enough, anonymous posts claiming that Claressa's camp was preparing for a big announcement quickly began to appear on celebrity gossip blogs. One fan claimed to have seen Rima at a reputable PI's office in downtown Manhattan, wearing sunglasses, a hoodie, and a Starbucks. The stakes have never been higher. Social media is already rebranding Pippo, which was formerly seen to represent the pinnacle of loyalty, as silent anarchy. Even producers of Love and Hip Hop are reportedly in negotiations to bring the SAA to the big screen and are open to giving Claressa a part in the next season, according to a source close to production. However, there is a catch. He wrote bars for his baby before he wrote an apology. One Instagram post shows him holding a baby dot. However, a fan claims to have entered a private group chat for the baby shower after the season finale and the baby register, where they saw a listing for Papoose with the name CP and Shields. Massey. Pay? Is that a lunatic troll, or may they see this as a mashup of Ma plus Shields? To be fair, Claressa had admirers watching the internet waiting. And the baby seemingly already had more hype than a Grammy debut. Let's discuss the consequences. When we refer to streets, we mean Reddit boards where users have usernames like @bars before marriage 87, which serves as a reminder that Ma has formally engaged legal counsel. Legal action is now being taken against Claressa Shields' Papoose. Rima, a baby who was supposedly born into jail and betrayed. This is the final round, folks. The baby is on standby, the gloves are off. And what began as an enigmatic Instagram tale has now turned into a full-blown pop cultural meltdown. A multi-million-dollar prenuptial agreement could be contested because, get this, Papoose allegedly broke a marital provision that prohibited him from publicly humiliating himself romantically. Yes, there were laws between these two. Think of it as black love with fine print. Now, that very clause might cost him everything, including their beloved Brooklyn home, including Wilder, the joint publishing company, and the profits from Pat and Reminisce items. The amount of time they have is excessive, according to the email. Claressa's team is ready to take immediate legal action if the child's parentage is disputed or denied in public. And they are preparing for a defamation lawsuit should the baby rumors be exploited against her brand. Unverified rumors of Shields' paternity cannot harm her standing as a reputable athlete, girl. The baby's hand was posted next to this chain. What does whispering imply to you? Now, more sponsors are freaking out. So wait, after a viral poll asked over 600,000 people who is telling the truth. Remy, Pat, or Claressa fans of the sports apparel company that reportedly halted their ads because this SAA is too hot to touch are seeking an explanation if it won't affect quarterly reports. We can't have baby mama drama and rumored affairs connected to our performance leggings. Our target audience is suburban mothers, not Love and Hip Hop warrior translating drama cells, according to a juicy email leak sent to Urban TV insiders. The producers are currently working on a 3-part miniseries titled Battle of the Bars Baby. The results of the voting were as follows. 26% claimed the infant knows and is simply waiting for a particular occasion to speak. 33% said Claressa, and 41% said Remy. We're not okay. Though, considering that Lil Pap Shields is already the subject of AI-generated baby rap competitions on TikTok with mimosas, and ring lights, Papoose and Claressa are seated face-to-face in the red TBL chat style, while Scott Yon can be heard chuckling in the background. But what really threw the internet into a tailspin was the dubious voicemail that surfaced on X, previously Twitter, late last night, in which Remy is allegedly refusing to hand over the final edit rights and a unique diss track preview before airing Claressa. What sounded like Papoose saying, "I'm not perfect, but I never meant to hurt you, will always be a disaster." The supporters are demanding blood, which is like seeing someone slowly burn a loyalty award. People thought it was a private apology message to Randy, until someone slowed it down and pointed out the background sound of boxing gloves hitting a heavy baguette. This man supposedly left a voicemail from Claressa's gym. I don't think anyone else is persuaded that this is a social experiment to determine how soon fans will turn against someone if their brand image crumbles. And to be honest, you guys failed spectacularly in zero. The comment said, "Savage Papoose cheated, and now my crystals won't charge." With images and a slide, a TikTok user shared a theory thread with a caption. If you zoom into the baby's hand, you'll see it's the same prop used in Beyoncé's Black is King coincidence. No, I require proof. Show me a burr-adorned birth certificate. For 3 seconds on his podcast, Joe Budden even said, "Pap with Claressa." That man barely raises his voice, let alone his fists. The issue is that no matter how ambiguous the facts are, the damage has already been done. Capo's reputation is damaged. The ride-or-die fairy tale is starting to leak out in the comments section. Claressa is either raising one thing is certain, though screenshots and memes never go away, and betrayal trends quickly. This is the most atrocious public relations maneuver in hip-hop since Kris Jenner discovered Kim's tape in a drawer. What comes next? Wearing a sweater, sipping tea, and surrounded by prayer candles and a therapist who doubles as a DJ on the side, will Papoose participate in an open interview. And violent diss song was published by Remy, Netflix streaming services.